Hey everybody, in today's video we're going to show you a whole lot of updates. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to a log today, but we got a lot done, so make sure you stay tuned.
Kick off your boots right here, park that truck in the dirt, feel that breeze roll through, hear the screen door whir. Welcome to the Bush Ranch, welcome to the Bush Ranch, come on in, stay a while, welcome to the Bush Ranch. Cold drink, good grin, welcome, welcome in.
Welcome back, my bush family. How are you doing today? well, for the past, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 days, weather's been nice but shitty. What I mean by is, well, right now you can see it's nice and sunny. It's a high of 21 degrees Celsius today, but high chance of showers. Tomorrow, 78% chance of rain, and then the next day, which would be Wednesday, I think is calling for mostly nice. Probably, I think it said a high of 16, but that could change. And then for the next 7 days is basically scattered showers for like 7 to 10 days. So it could be nice, it could be sunny. So it's been slowing us down. Anyways, we got a couple more 12 footers here. Not sure, it's been a while since I've recorded, so we've got, Dad's got a whole bunch of this. We still got to do the battens on it. Yeah, he's got a whole lot of that. Actually, he did a bunch of this last night, this corner, and he started doing the battens up there just to give it some, you know, texture type thing. What else do we do here? Made a couple ramps for making the logs easier to load. I got to debark these. It's easier in the blades. My temporary shade, just an old picnic table umbrella type thing. Still in good shape. But anyways, not sure if we're going to get to cutting today or not. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I've explained that we were thinking of putting those pieces of glass up here. And we've changed that design. And these are the pieces of glass. They're tempered. And they're made for high impact. They're from thermal panels, which I got from an old restaurant they took them off the roof, did tin roof, and you know, got rid of that whole system. So they were given away. I took a whole bunch of them. But anyways, they're tempered glass. Now, we were going to take these and put them up on this roof, but we're not no more. Which means that we are actually now taking them down from up here. Right? And so, as you can see, there is less glass up there. I think we got 2 more panels up there that we got to take down. Of course, those are silicone down, so they're kind of a pain. Yard's a mess again, but we're getting it cleaned up slowly but surely. And you know, another pile of firewood. Dad's just taking down some of the trim boards because we put 1 piece of glass up there already, so he's going to measure that out for another one. And unfortunately, it's a little slow doing so because we're siliconing it down as a glue, and so we kind of put some light clamps on it just to keep it from going anywhere and making sure the wind doesn't get under it until the silicone's cured. So it's 1 panel at a time until, you know, each one's cured, obviously. But the deck is looking good. We just figured out where we're doing his ramp exactly, how far we're coming out in this corner over here for his deck. We're going to clean up a bunch of this either today or tomorrow, and so he can cut part of that off so he can put his piles in for the outer corners and edge. Hopefully we'll have those down today. What else? Dad's gotten a whole bunch here done. Pretty much all the siding here is done. We've got this end wall done. Alright, and we boxed it up top above, and that'll get some battens on it. A little bit of flashing up there where it's green, that'll get painted. Underneath here, still a couple pieces of siding here to do. That light is going to stay. This cord is just temporary, just sitting there. It's going to get tied in, and it runs all the way around. And it goes underneath. You can see it cutting through right there. And I haven't finished it yet, but it's going to go all the way along. We've changed what we're going to do. Or I've changed what we're going to do. That cord is going to come out right about here somewhere. It's going to jump across. I'm going to leave me a loop. And then come across and leave a pigtail end at this end. Alright? And what I'm going to do is these little pigtails on this other cord that we have. Right? I'm going to take those off, and I'm going to integrate them into these things. Right? Old lanterns. Right? And then what we'll do is these things, it's going to be hard to film this, but basically they're going to get hung up right there, and that's to be my outside stair lights. So I think that's going to look really cool. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I mean, that's not a priority thing to do, but like I said, I'm gonna work at that. Other than that, we got to keep the fire low today because the breeze kind of comes and goes, and it blows it around pretty good and smoky. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you yet. I'll obviously record some more for today, but yeah, I guess we'll just figure out what we're gonna do. Like I said, the rain showers could come. Right now we're pretty much a perfectly clear sky, and yeah. Okay, well, enough of me rambling on here. I'm gonna get to doing that and see what else Dad needs here. We're probably gonna put a piece of glass up first, and then because I washed all of them, they're pretty dirty. I mean, they're not perfect. They're gonna get full of whatever you want to call it, pollen and mossy growth and stuff. So I mean, they're never gonna be perfect anyways. But anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna start debarking these and help Dad put a piece of glass up there. Smoke. And yeah, so we'll see you in a few, my friends. Okay, everybody. Well, we didn't get too far after the last clip here. It started clouding over fairly quick. I didn't get to debarking the logs. I'm going to try and get that done today. But as you can see, everything's quite wet, and that's why we didn't get much done yesterday. Yeah, there's water everywhere, and this is all receded quite a bit. This was all flooded here, hence the reason why we need some more fill in this area. But everything is nice and wet, and of course it hit so fast that Dad forgot to, or didn't even have time to, cover that saw or that one. But before it did start raining, we did get 2 more pieces of glass up. Alright, so now there's 3 up here, and we got some of the sanding belt put in. Now, we do have a few leaks, and we figured that would happen. You know, there's spots you miss or whatever, so we got to get up there once things dry up a little bit more, and hit it with a little bit more silicone. Let's see, can I go up this ladder? Nice and wet. Okay, yep, yeah, ooh. That's not good. I gotta fix my ladder. One side's folding on me. Not good. There we go. That's better. Alright, now we won't fall. But anyways, yeah, so what it's doing is try and dry off my hand here. Right there, right where the board meets the fascia, water's coming off the shingles. It's hitting that board and it's coming in behind the board and then going down in between the two pieces of glass, because the glass goes up higher than the board does. That one not so much, but it does do it a bit. And over there somewhere it's coming through pretty good. Now I don't know where exactly, but it is coming through, so it's probably just a gap in the shingle or the silicone. As you can see, the water droplets underneath the glass there. All right. Okay. Yeah, it was dripping right at the very back there, right where the joint is. So the water's coming down the fascia, hitting that board, going behind the board, in between the two pieces of glass, and then obviously the board that's underneath, right? It's running off of that and dripping inside. So we will look into that today once things dry up. And yeah, we'll go from there. So hopefully, as long as everything stays nice today, which it's supposed to, we're going to see about either making or getting a drip edge to put along there. All right. And if we can, then what we'll do is we'll put the rain gutter back in. Zoom back out here. There we go. Yeah, put the rain gutter back on, and that will help any water getting down and underneath and in between the board, or underneath the board, but between the two pieces of glass. Because try to get down here. Like I said, there's about an inch gap between the two glasses, right? And that's so that we could put a screw through in that. So yeah, we're gonna look at that and get that done, and we'll go from there. So I will leave you with that for now, and once we get some more stuff done, I'll come back, I'll show you. I'm hoping to get some cutting done today. So until then, we'll see you in a few. Okay everybody, while it's not raining for a few minutes, in between rain showers, it's probably been 2 days, 3 days since the last clip. But anyways, Dad has finished cleaning this out. We cut out that railing and moved the saw and stuff. He built that little bit of floor there. But we marked out a spot here and a spot here. We're going to make a set of piles for that. And we got to find more logs too. We're actually running out of lumber logs. We've got a bunch here that we can use for planking, but not much that we could use for 2x4s and stuff. So we gotta go find some more of those yet. But in the next episode, you're gonna see me cutting a really big one, and it's gonna be just for slab, a little bit of rot in the center, but it was a pine tree where the pine tree was, the base of the tree was probably 3.5, 4 feet wide. And I mean, obviously we can't do that. We don't even have a chainsaw big enough to cut that. But we do have some of the limbs off of it and stuff like that. And one piece that I'm going to cut is at the max that the saw can do. So if you want to see that, make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you get notified when I post another video. And yeah, let's see what else. So hit the like button for me if you're liking this type of stuff. And that big log that I'm going to plank up, it will be, you'll see the whole thing. So until next time, my friends, have fun, stay dry, and we'll see you next time.